Next, we'll go to my good friend from Tennessee, Mr. Cohen. You may address any amendments you care to.
You're live. Thank you, Chairman Cole. I have an amendment to H.R. 4821, wildlife killing contest. The amendment would allow for funds to be made available. None of the funds can be made available to permit, facilitate, or otherwise support a wildlife killing contest, except for certain exceptions. Field trials, exclusively targets for ungulates or birds of the orders of Galliforms or Antididae. And it's a lethal control, or if it's a lethal control action conducted by the federal or state or an agency that targets wildlife classified as invasive by the National Invasive Species Information Center, the Department of Agriculture. This is what happens. You have these wildlife killing contests. They're really not sporting, they're wasteful, and they're ecologically harmful. Each year, the United States has thousands of important native carnivores and other wildlife, including coyotes, foxes, bobcats, mountain lions, prairie dogs, porcupines, rabbits, skunks, and wolves, which are killed in contests where prizes are awarded to participants who kill the most, the largest, or sometimes even the smallest. This type of mass killing disregards the critical role that each of these native wildlife play in healthy ecosystems and ignores the scientific evidence that killing contests do not reduce populations of target species, increase populations of deer or other game, or prevent conflicts between carnivores, human pets, or livestock. For example, exploited coyote packs tend to be younger with more pups that are less experienced at hunting. Feeding pups is a substantial motivation for coyotes to target larger animals, such as livestock instead of smaller animals. Wildlife killing contests are also guiding principles of the North American wildlife conservation model, requiring that wildlife only be killed for legitimate, non-frivolous purposes. 9 states have already banned wildlife killing contests: Arizona, California, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. This gives certain exceptions which are necessary, but otherwise these are just unnecessary and bad for the environment and needless to say, bad for the animals. In one contest, 405 coyotes were killed, with one 3-man team bringing back 49. They were not used for meat or furs or even taxidermy, but dumped and discarded. And then this surprised me to learn that this threatens non-target animals, as discarded lead-riddled carcasses from these contests, which go out there, can poison bald eagles, golden eagles, condors, and I guess owls too. So I would hope that we could approve the amendment and limit the harm that comes from these contests. Not much beneficial comes out of them. There are a bunch of organizations that have supported this throughout the country. I won't bore you with all the names of them, but the Association of Fish and Wildlife Agencies did formally endorse the Northern American model of wildlife conservation at its 100th anniversary meeting in Big Sky, Montana, where I wish I was. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And one question. Can I?
Certainly.
Yeah, this is that Don Young or a reasonable facsimile of such?
It's not Don Young.
No, it kind of looks like it, but I guess it isn't. Thank you.
That's Joe Moakley, actually. If
Is it?
Mr. McGovern had been here, he would have immediately pointed that out. He's asking who the gentleman was over there in the far left. I assume that's Mr. Moakley.
That is Mr. Oakley.
I thought it was Don Young.
So. Well, he's looking over his head, and it's behind him, glare of the light. We'll next go to my good friend from Montana,